I'm keeping my 98% chance of a Trump landslide because I think there's a lot more surprises coming. I don't know what they are, but they're coming. All right. So the big question everybody's asking me is, do I still think that Donald Trump will win in a landslide? Um, I'll say this. If nothing changes, no, he will not. So the question is, will anything change? And the answer is probably lots of things. There's probably about 12 more twists and turns here. So we don't know what's going to happen between now and then. So remember, the original prediction of a Trump win was based on his powers of persuasion and those being the biggest variable. Now, under any normal conditions, that would be a pretty comfortable prediction. But you don't really expect somebody to come up with a secret recording. You really don't see that one coming. So, the prediction of a win was never insulated against, some weird outside force that has nothing to do with politics as usual. And now it's kind of boiled down to only that. So, my guess is that you're going to see some stuff out of the Trump side that will be uh, pretty dark, as they say. I think he's gonna I think he's gonna hit her hard. Yeah, it's black swans all over the place. So here's an interesting thing, and I guess I'd put it in terms of a prediction. This is the first time in history that people's private thoughts are broadcast to the world. Now, we don't have all of their private thoughts, but the leaked tape was really private thoughts. The WikiLeaks are largely private thoughts. Um, and we've pretty much come down to making our decisions based on what we believe are their private thoughts. Do you remember last year when I told you that policies and facts wouldn't matter? Do you remember you probably laughed and said, "Oh, that's ridiculous," because obviously the policies is what we vote on. When was the last time you heard of a fucking policy? All right. Is that in the news? Have you heard anybody say, hey, I thought about it a little bit more, and now that I've looked at their web pages and I've read the details of their policy, I really like this one policy over here better than this other one, so I think I'll go that way. It just doesn't happen. So both sides have now completely abandoned any pretense that policies have anything to do with anything. For a while, Clinton was pretending and Trump was pretending a little bit, but a lot less. But seriously, still a landslide? I'm sticking with my prediction. Here's the basis for that. The prediction was never based on logic. It was never based on the candidate's experience. It was never based on their policies. It was never based on any of that. It was based on Trump's power of persuasion. Now, we find him in the deepest hole. I don't know if it's the deepest hole. I think the whole thing with the Khan family might have been an even deeper hole than this. But the mainstream media has really decided that they don't want him president. So things are it's just a whole different ballgame. I've never really seen the media take sides this way before. I suppose they always lean one direction or the other, but now it's there's no pretending anymore. There's no pretense that there's any sense of fairness anymore. So anyway, just finish my thought on the landslide. So Trump is still the best persuader, who's actually the candidate. Clinton has better persuaders, probably, cognitive scientists and stuff. Godzilla, for example. Um, daughter's teacher told her Trump would have more accusers than Cosby. Well, we're still waiting for that, right? Where are all the Trump accusers who said he kissed me and I didn't like it? I mean, they might exist. I'm not saying they don't. I think it's curious that we haven't seen them. So anyway, I'm keeping my 98% chance of a Trump landslide because I think there's a lot more surprises coming. I don't know what they are, but they're coming. I think, for example, there could be something about, Clinton's love of alcohol. There could be something health related. Could be something in the WikiLeaks. Could be another terror attack. Still a lot of time. Yeah, the Trump ad buys. I think he saved all of his money till the end. So my thinking all along was that if he needed it, he would just spend just an enormous amount of money in the last couple of weeks. And guess what? He needs it. So he's going to spend an enormous amount of money toward the end. And commercials shouldn't change anybody's mind, but we know they do. So does Trump have a good enough ground game? I'm not sure it matters this time. What must he do to guarantee a win? I think it's all going to have to do with revelations at this point. We're all down to the black swan, the big thing that nobody saw coming. So as I said in the beginning of this Periscope, some of you missed it, that if nothing changes, if events that we've seen are the only events that we hear about between now and Election Day, Clinton wins. But the odds of nothing changing, based on what we've seen for a full year here, it's pretty low. I think the odds of nothing changing are about 0. Do you think she wins short of a black swan? No, I'm saying that the black swan is the only way that Trump could win, but there are probably several swans swimming toward us at this moment. White ones and black ones and every other color.
Well, the landslide will bring it down.